not every black man out here. There's millions of other men y'all completely ignored, where y'all poured all your attention on this one situation with this one guy because it fit somebody's agenda. So my position on it is that we should respect the diversity of who we are. And if you really, if your goal, I mean, it's common sense here. Common sense. People get mad when you use common sense, but I'm about to use it right now. It's
Yeah.
gonna piss some people off. Common sense says that if you truly care about improving the condition of black people, then you will listen to black people who have improved their condition.
Mm.
Is that tell me if everybody listening in the chat, can we at least give me a yes if that makes sense to you?
But see, you said
You
common
know,
sense, man. You can't end on that, brother. That's gonna lead to another 30 minutes.
but
Common
Yeah,
sense
what?
ain't
I mean
so
it's crazy,
common.
right? I mean really,
No, but
but
it's wild
seriously,
though.
right, but and this to me exposes all the fakes. You got a lot of people who claim that, oh yeah, we're trying to improve the condition of the black community. No, you're not. You're trying to manage and maintain the condition of the black
Hmm.
community. You're not a black leader, you're a Negro manager. You're trying
And
to
here's the
keep
thing
us
though.
right where we are so that your agenda will be fulfilled. But really, if your goal is to improve the condition of people, then you should talk to the people who improved their condition. That I don't think that it gets any simpler than that. Any simpler than that.
No,
You
you're
have
right
something
though.
to
But
say
that's
about that? I know I said a lot.
no. You're absolutely right. But here's the thing: what happens in situations like that sometimes is because, like you said, Charles gave his story. You've given your story about how you grew up and everything. And I want to be clear for the people listening. I'm not saying that we grew up we grew up wealthy because look, I was just fortunate because I had a mother and a father. I had an extended family. But I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. I grew up on Myrtle Avenue, and if you know anything about Duval, right on the other side of a block away from where I lived at was a project called Durkeeville. Now you talking about poverty? Most of my friends came out of Durkeeville, so I was around them and I was around their mother, so I saw a lot of that stuff. And yeah, I think if you there's a worldview that you get when you're on the periphery of something, but you're not so far removed from it that
Mm.
you don't even have an idea what that looks like. That maybe it will give somebody a little bit more empathy and a little bit more understanding of what it is to try to figure out how I'm gonna eat today and how I'm gonna eat next week. Like you said, Dr. Watkins, a lot of these people who have come up with these plans of action, even going back to the 60s, some of them, I will say this, I will give them the benefit of the doubt, say some of them are coming from an altruistic place. But if you don't know what it's like to have your stomach growl and you're trying to figure out how you could eat with some bread from the projects and some mustard and figure out some a bologna sandwich or something like that, that's a different level of trying to understand what it looks like to try to make that work than when you're coming from a place where you're getting 3 squares a day and you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from. And a lot of people who try to sell this stuff to people, they think that because people are in poverty, that they are happy in poverty, and they don't know how to come out of that. So they're not going to talk to anybody who lives out of it because number one, if you show people how to lift themselves up out of that, then they're out of work.
Mm,
Well,
They don't
boy,
want
but
that.
yeah.
man, I know you're trying to close, boys, but just on that last point you just made. Well, here's how I did it, right? Like you said, somebody that I went to 11 elementary schools, lived in 4 shelters, San Francisco, two in Oakland, and here's what I did. One, a lot of people that look like me that I coach and support think they supposed to love their job. Your job, you ain't supposed. If you your main 9 to 5 is to get your bills paid. That is what you got to do. I don't, as a man, as a black man, you expecting to be happy and fulfilled every day isn't, that's just some 2025 shit.